This is a bit about professional registration with the PWI. So what is professional registration? Professional registration, in essence, is the industry recognising that an individual has both competence and commitment at a set level to be admitted to the UK Engineering Council Register. It's open to everybody, and it's open to everybody who can demonstrate both that competence and commitment. There are three levels of registration. So I guess in order, you've got Eng Tech, which is engineering technicians. So a bit of a definition on each of these. So engineering technicians apply proven techniques and procedures to solve practical engineering problems. They hold level 3 engineering or technology qualifications and about 2 to 3 years industry experience, or they have 3 to 5 years of industry experience. I'll talk through some of the routes in a minute. So the next one is Ihenge, so that's Incorporated Engineer. So the Incorporated Engineer maintain and manage applications of current and developing technology and may undertake engineering design, development, manufacture, construction and operation. So they hold level 6, so that's a bachelor's engineering or technology degree qualification, and around 3 to 5 years experience, again, or 5 to 10 years worth of industrial experience if you're going through the experiential route. The final one is Chartered Engineer. So for Cng, so Chartered Engineers develop solutions, so it's about developing those solutions to complex engineering problems using new or existing techniques and through innovation, creativity and technical analysis. So for Cng, they hold level 7, which is a master's engineering or technology degree qualification, and 3 to 6 years worth of industrial experience, or 10 to 15 years industry experience. So what does it mean? So why bother? First and foremost, it's a recognition that you are readily identified as someone who has those competencies and the understanding of engineering principles, and that those, those competencies and commitment have been independently assessed and validated. It demonstrates your professional attitude and commitment to engineering and safety. And I think quite an important one is that it's a benchmark. It's a global benchmark, of engineering excellence. So it's not just for the rail industry. Yes, we're talking about PWI membership here, but this is not just a rail industry thing. This is engineering as a whole. So you're putting yourself in that, against that engineering benchmark on a global level. With that comes higher earning potential. So many employers in the rail industry and obviously outside do now have professional registration as an essential requirement within job descriptions. And one that I've added myself, actually, you won't see on the screen, is it also allows you to become a formal mentor for those junior engineers that are coming through, or maybe not even junior, any engineers that are coming through wanting to gain their own professional registration. You can still support those individuals without it, of course, but you can't formally become their mentor unless you are a professionally registered engineer yourself. So it's, again, it's about helping others with their own careers and giving a bit back in that sense. So the next slide just maps out a little bit about the routes. So for Eng Tech, obviously all of these require experience. There's no getting away from that. For Eng Tech, the route is to complete the Eng Tech application form. Then we move on to the Ihenge and Cng routes, and there's slight differences in how you get to a successful application. First one is using those recognised qualifications I mentioned before, incorporated with your experience to then put in through the standard route application. You can package up qualifications, so if you don't meet the qualification requirements straight off, you can bring together different qualifications as part of your evidence. That gives an equivalent level of qualification, again matched with those experience, which is the experiential learning route. Or the slightly longer route is to use that 10 to 15 years worth of experience for Cng, as I mentioned, or different for the others. all as on-the-job training as the technical report route. I'm pleased to say we have Brian Counter in the audience from the PWI that can share some more information and knowledge around the process. We also have the PWI stand outside for anyone to visit at the next break as well.
So good afternoon, everyone. So I'm Tyrone Williams. I am now a professionally qualified corporate engineer. And what I'll do is start off what it means to me. So completed my professional corporate engineer status allows me to formally acknowledge both my engineering experience and my technical competence to a worldwide recognition. So what I want to do is probably share my journey with you, so my career journey. So I joined Network Rail in September 2011 on the apprenticeship program. Finished the apprenticeship program in half the time and secured a technician role in May 2013. In March 2015, I was then promoted to a supervisor, a track section supervisor. In May 2017, I was fortunate enough to then secure a track section manager's role, which I then kept until I was seconded as a program manager in 2021, but then made permanent at the beginning of this year in January. So my professional registration path, in 2018, I wanted to do something a bit different with regards to how I can maybe put across all my competence and my experience, and I decided to do my engineering technician professional qualified. And then obviously in 2022, once I finished my bachelor's degree, I then decided I challenged myself to do something a bit more different. And I decided to do a different move and learn in different parts of the business, and also complete my corporate engineer status, which I was very fortunate to get. And my aspirations is in the next few years, 2 years, is to do a development plan for chartered engineer status. So one of the biggest things for me was the support and mentorship I got from the PWI to get to this stage where I'm at. They have a lot of people in place to help you with that. Paulie Boot helped me quite a lot, which I'm very grateful for to be here. That's it, really. That's what I wanted to share. It's definitely worthwhile doing, and like I said before, it's getting that worldwide status qualification that you can take anywhere in the world with you. Thank you very much.
Just to wrap this, I guess, shorter session up, wanted to just provide a bit of information to those in the room and those online for what are your potential next steps if you decide this is right for you. First and foremost, you need to be a member of the PWI, so become a member. Understand the level of registration that fits you best. I think Tyrone put across really nicely there that actually it was a stepped process for Tyrone. So going from Eng Tech to Ihenge and now through to Cng is a good natural progression. Individuals will be at different levels of their career, so work out what is the right position for you to come in at. PWI will do a check on on your qualifications just to make sure that there are no gaps, and also to support you in identifying the best route as well. Obtain a sponsor. So the sponsor is really just somebody who works with you, somebody who knows you well, and identify a sponsor as well. So the sponsor does need to be an Engineering Council registered member, so somebody who's been through the process themselves. Complete the relevant application form and supporting evidence, and also provide a personal development plan and record your continuing professional development. Again, don't forget, events like today are events that contribute towards your CPD, so please do use today as an opportunity to record an additional bit of CPD. There's plenty of help out there. So the PWI membership committee, I'm actually on the committee, so please do use me as a focal point as well if need be. Tyrone has offered his words of advice and wisdom if anybody would like to talk to Tyrone further. the PWI registration team, and the PWI website. There's a wealth of information on the website as well. And also, I think the final thing just to point out is that NetRail staff can now add their professional accreditation to their Oracle profiles, and the link within the pack here that I assume is being sent out provides a link to that with some guidance.